I'm Kaplan America. Welcome to this month's auction at Kaplan Cycles. Buy a raffle ticket today for 10 bucks. Subscribe to the channel or I'll tase you. If you want to see your bike in the next Kaplan Cycles auction, give us a call. We'll buy your whole collection or one bike anywhere in the United States. Subscribe today or else. I'm going to do a cold start video here on this classic 77 Suzuki RM250. First kick, fires right up. This is the bike Roger DeCoster, Tony DeStefano, Garrett Walsick. They dominated the AMA Supercross, Motocross, and the world motocross scene on this exact bike right here. In fact, the Daytona Supercross in 1977 was won on the factory version of this bike. Absolutely stunning. If you're looking for a vintage motocross bike, investment quality, if you're looking for a bike to race AHMRA, this could be the one. About 2 years ago, we did a frame up on this bike, about $3,600 in parts and labor. I'm going to include the video from when we did that. We did some hole shots across the street on it, so you get an idea of what it sounds like being ridden. Check that video out. Holy flashback to 1976, Batman. This thing's an absolute freaking rocket ship. Third and fourth gear, stand straight up. In the other video, see, I almost looped it over in third gear in the grass across the street. Totally gone through. New tires, chains, motors rebuilt. A little bit of special porting in there. This thing's an absolute AHRMA rocket. If you want to take this out and ride it with the new bikes, I bet you a good rider could surprise a lot of new guys on their 2022 450s. I'd love to run this thing in the vintage class. I bet you put a guy on it like Ryan Hughes, he'd probably top 10 on this thing. It's an absolute rocket ship. June, you want to add anything?
No, man. I'm going to roll the video.
It's about as fast of a 250 from that era as you could possibly get. It's on par with the factory works bikes. It's just an absolute rocket. It shifts beautifully. It's carbureted perfectly. The original exhaust is in excellent condition. Gas tank's got a brand new paint job on it. All the details are covered in their next video, so please watch that. If you have any questions about this world-class classic, give us a call at Kaplan Cycles, 860-454-7024. Hey, Antonio's Pizza! You want the best pizza in town? Go see Antonio's. If it wasn't for them, Junior and Kyle would probably starve to death here. Fellas, Billy's somewhat of a motocross aficionado, and he has a little information he'd like to share with us about this classic.
Yeah, I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I can read it off this paper. Suzuki's 250 championships would continue in Europe, including those won by George Job, Puzar, Greg Albertine, and Pichon. In the U.S., the works version of the RM only collected 7 250 national titles with DeStefano, Howard, Albertine, and Mark Barnett in Supercross. Eventually, it's MX Legacy climax with Ricky Carmichael. So that's the heritage of this bike. It really has had a long run, and this is the beginning, a very good beginning for that bike, for sure. And this bike is a great piece. It's in wonderful shape and rips, right, Ken?
It is an absolute freaking rocket ship, man, evidenced by the fourth gear wheelies. The driveway got real short once I hit fourth gear, I can tell you that. I was hoping the drum brakes were up to par with the motor, and they didn't disappoint either. They're tuned, the brakes are set up perfectly. So
Yep.
It's about as good as an air-cooled 250 as you could possibly get. You know, I heads up, no doubt this is faster than the CR250 I rode last week. It's just tuned. Whoever did the porting on it and built the motor originally, because we just refreshed it, but the porting and the setup on it is on point. It's an absolute ripper.
It sounds it, looks it, and it gives big smiles to everybody that rides it, right, Ken?
Yes, thanks for bringing a little bit of moto history to us here again.
My
Kaplan
pleasure.
Cycles, thanks. Welcome to my time machine, folks. To a simpler time back in 1977 when Roger DeCosta ruled the Grand Prix circuits overseas in Europe on this very bike right here. Joe Robert, and over here in the United States, Tony DiStefano was kicking ass. You know, it was a simpler day. Back when the bikes were easy to work on, you could rebuild your top end by taking 8 bolts, 4 for the cylinder head, 4 for the jug, and do it yourself in your garage. Before the 4-strokes took over, before the 2-strokes were ruled out by the EPA, this is a simpler time. I was 12 years old when this bike came out, and my brother my big brother Ray had the bigger, the little brother of this one. He had the 77 RM100, which looked exactly like a shrunk down version of this one. This is an absolutely stunning piece. It's absolutely museum quality. It's going to be on display in the museum until it goes to its new home. Part of the 150 motorcycle auction we're having this week to raise continuation funds for the museum. We got a lot of overhead here, so beauties like this that I'd like to keep, we have to let go. I guess I'll start with the paint job. It has a professional paint job done by Mill Street Auto. A local body shop did this for us. Brand new Suzuki graphics on the original tank. It's original. This is I think this is the last year of the metal tank, and then it went to plastic after this. Beautiful, beautiful metal tank. The original seat base is in beautiful shape. Has a new seat cover and foam on there. The rear fender is new. The side covers are new. The front number plate is new, as is the front fender. The original bars were touched up, and it has a new Suzuki crossbar pad, new Ori grips. The levers are in like new condition, as are all the cables on the bike. Those were previously replaced. The engine put down 160 psi compression. The carburetor has been rebuilt. It's got a brand new air filter in it, brand new spark plug. The engine was completely first steam cleaned, then hand sanded and painted. The cylinder head and jugs were polished with Scotch-Brite and quadruple zero steel wool. The carburetor was clean. The original exhaust system is in mint condition. That was completely repainted. Speaking of the exhaust system, this still has a Stinger muffler on it on the back here. And the muffler is a really, really, really rare piece. As a matter of fact, my parts manager, Shane, said there was one online, on sale on eBay. Just this piece right here, $1,500, which to me seems kind of ridiculous, but I guess they're totally unobtainium anywhere in the world. Most of them got taken off or destroyed. It has this really peculiar looking bracket set up right here. So that's the original exhaust and muffler. The shocks are a replacement set of shocks, period correct, from the, I believe, the OEM manufacturer. Chain of sprockets are like, the chain's new and the sprockets are like new. Has a brand new rear tire and tube. The entire bike, you know, one of the things I want to point out, okay, here's a clue. This thing wasn't a racer. Generally, good luck finding a 77 any off-road bike that still has the kickstand, especially a motocrosser.
Take it off the stand, lean it over, show us the frame rails.
Let me take it off the stand, lean it over. Kenny wants to show you guys the frame rails. Let me get a feel here. This frame rail here is like OEM brand new. There's not a single dent or ding down here, not a single dent or dink right here. The original foot pegs are in perfect condition or not bent or anything, indicating this is a pristine original Survivor. The swing arm's in mint condition also. Let's head over to the other side. This is something we always do on the vintage motocross bikes. You gotta check the, this thing runs as good as it looks. I just started it about 10 minutes ago before I bought it out. It started first kick. It's stone cold right now, and it will start first kick. This side of the frame rail, not a single pebble ding, not a single ding at all. So that's really quite remarkable, even for a newer two-stroke bike, let alone one that's 50 years old. So the shifter, actually, it's a 77. That makes it 43 years old, 4 decades. Those of you been watching, I studied up on my math. That's 4.3 decades, 4.300 to be exact. So the shifter is the original shifter, and it's in mint condition. There's a clue. So is the side cover. Just a beautiful looking piece of vintage moto art. The original fork lowers have been polished. The brakes have been gone through and serviced. It has a brand new matching Dunlop front tire and tube on the front. If you zoom in, you'll see it still has the hairy knobs on it. The original chrome on the forks. Has a little patina on here, a little bit of pitting, but the forks were previously rebuilt with new seals and new rubbers. As you can see, this one's got a little checking on it. That one looks to be brand new. They're not leaking, so they're fine. This side, the peg is in perfect condition. The Kickstarter, again, another indicator of whether a bike's clapped out or not. Look at how tight that is. It's like a brand new kicker. Nice hardware, beautiful graphics. Just a stunner all around, top to bottom, front to back. Good luck finding a nicer 43-year-old classic motocross bike of any brand, let alone a Suzuki. Just to put it in perspective, we just sold an 83 RM500 at auction. It sold for $12,500 in similar condition of this. I'm not sure what this will bring at auction, but it'll have a low reserve. I have a work order, $3,600 work order for the services, the restoration services that we just did on the bike. So that combined with the purchase price of the bike, we've got well over $6,000 invested into it. Any profits we make from the restoration of the bike will go to the New England Motorcycle Museum Continuation Fund. That's why this is being sold, to raise funds for the museum. Beautiful Ori grips. I got my Suzuki Rochester period correct jersey on. Let's fire it up. Enough flapping of the gum. Let's hear how she runs. Why there's none of these left, because they're super fast. It feels like a big bore. It doesn't feel like a 250. I've ridden a lot of CR 250s from the 78, 79 era, and this thing feels way faster.
Dude, you clicked third and almost looped it out.
I know. That's the first time I almost flipped out a vintage two-stroke. This thing's just straight up nasty.
There's Billy on a 77 Sportster. Same here.
straight up. Wow, this thing hauls the mail. What'd you think, Junior? How'd it sound? This thing hauls ass. If you're looking for a vintage race bike, or if you're looking for a vintage classic to just put up on a stand in your man room or in your museum, or if you have a Suzuki bike shop and you want a piece of classic moto history, there's many different ways I could see this bike going. If you want to take a bike to Unadilla and run the 70s class, this would be a definite hot candidate for that. The brakes, the suspension, the transmission, the clutch, the motor, the frame. Back to the frame, because that's really, it's like the frame of a vintage car. If you buy a 67 Chevelle or something like that, you got to make sure the frame's good. The frame on this one's absolutely perfect. So this is obviously a bike that sat in someone's garage for decades and then was just completely restored to brand new condition. So if you have any questions about this classic, give us a call, 860-454-7024. I'm bringing it down to the detail shop. I'm going to have Doc give it the PhD level museum quality detail, wash and wax, and it's going in the museum on display. You can look at it. Museum is open 7 days a week here at 200 West Main Street. It'll be on the 3rd floor with the Robbie Knievel's CR500, Doug Henry CR250, Ricky Carmichael's RC250, CR250, and Stanton's 250. So it'll be up there with some significant moto history. Come down to the museum, check them out. If you want to buy this bike, come inspect it or take a close look at all the pictures and photos. And the carburetor is starting to overflow. I got to shut the gas off or start it. Pure moto perfection right here, folks. Captain America approved. All proceeds go to fund the New England Motorcycle Museum. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.